Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is a special edition of the Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good one on tap between America's team, the Dallas Cowboys, and the Los Angeles Rams. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to Southern California as we've got playoff football ahead in the City of Angels. Ahead will decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the Dallas Cowboys and the Los Angeles Rams. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week off, get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by the former Mississippi State product, the mobile quarterback, Dak Prescott.
And I'll bet right now it's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game, yeah.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
no,
right?
Two touchdown passes last week.
Passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
Prescott now. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Intended that time for Cooper. Well, that's tough. You come in here, you dial up that pass play on the first play from scrimmage and get it picked.
And you know, coaches always talk about we prepare for every eventuality. You don't even mention this as a possibility when you dial up that play, right? Instead, they throw a pick, and now they're behind the 8 ball on the road to get things going.
And the Rams now coming out on the field. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Goff. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Goff now looks to throw. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit. So every point is precious.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Not the way they wanted to begin things. You had the interception on the first play of the game. The good news, it only led to 3 points.
And remember our conversation.
And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Aaron Donald with a sack. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. Nickel Roby-Coleman up to make the tackle. And the offensive starters for Dallas.
And this is a unit that has to feel good about itself. Got the win last week in the wild card round, and oftentimes we say you want to get the open week and get some rest. But many times we see the upsets happen with a team that won the week before and has momentum on its side.
And the grab by Croft. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tall.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a gain of 11 and a first down L.A. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Right here.
On 2nd and 12, Goff. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. From the gun, here's Goff. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Give him 3 yards there on the first down pickup.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 12 more yards there and another first down.
The running game's played a huge part in getting him down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
Todd Gurley standing by his lonesome in the backfield here. 2nd and goal. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. That's into the hands of the tight end Leggett. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. This Cowboy defense trying to hold him out of the end zone. They've run it to 3rd and goal. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stopped that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A dump off to Elliott. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And their 2 drives thus far both led to points, albeit both field goals, so the lead just 6-0, but the ability to move the ball is evident.
Well, that's, heartening, as they say, but it's not what they're about. What they're about is putting the ball in the end zone and putting 6s on the board. So if you're the offensive coordinator, you like what you're doing, but you don't love it. You've got to find a way to ring that bell. Then you can have a little self-satisfied grin. Right now, a little more determination is needed.
Delayed give, Goff to Gurley. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Now on 2nd and 13. Goff steps away to his left. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Zerline good with a PAT.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
It works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
They start on the ground with Elliott. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Draw play, Elliott. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And our attention shifts to Todd Gurley. He's in his own 2nd quarter, already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for. But he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it, that 100-yard mark?
It really has, and that never has to shift because it's in a game. It's the 1,000-yard mark. I'm wondering, since we've gone from 12 to 14 to 16 games, maybe we need to up that a little.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on Divisional Round Weekend. From the gun on third down, Goff. And able to find Higbee, it's complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. First down, L.A. Goff finding Higbee. Throwing again is Goff. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 57 yards. Goff throwing again. And that one's complete to Gurley. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Only a yard on the completion. It's second and goal. Todd Gurley standing by his lonesome in the backfield here. Second and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Now Goff on 3rd and goal. Escaping the pressure right. He's got it. It's Higbee. Touchdown Rams. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Aaron Donald picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. This 4th and final matchup on this Divisional Round weekend. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look back to Saturday's NFC Divisional Round game. And it's the New Orleans Saints who will march on as they knock off the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, in our game, we're set up for a terrific second half. So to find out who will advance to the NFC title game, let's send it back out to Brandon Gadd.
A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a first down on a gain of 10. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. Now it's Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. DeMarcus Lawrence. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Back to throw, Goff. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Goff now to throw, and that is incomplete. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what...
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. I don't think that was a blitz, was it?
No, not at all. I mean, there was no blitz called on the play. Had other responsibilities, but he saw an opportunity, saw a path, and he took it.
Another try after the first down sack. Prescott. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
This is taken around the 12. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. Todd Gurley and the offense, they get set and trot back out there now. He is knocking on the door for 100 yards in this ball game.
And it's so important. It doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal. Just short of it, a little bit over. A little bit over feels better to everyone. Offensive line, running back, team totals, just something magical about breaking that barrier.
He's right there on the doorstep now. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Throwing on 3rd. Goff. He gets it to Gurley. Complete. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Micah Kaiser was in on the tackle. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. They go to Elliott again. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Prescott from the gun. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. They just look like they're having fun out there. Big lead. There's another big play on the big run. I mean, they can't be stopped.
I'm a little bit older than you, as you well know, partner, and you tend to tell me that all the time. But there used to be a big-time song, and the lyric was, "Summertime and the living is easy." Right now, it's football time, and the running is easy for this crew.
They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. That's into the hands of Reynolds. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. Call it a gain of 5. Fourth down now. Decision made for Sean McVay. They're going to go for it.
All day, dog. Hey, Shell.
They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Cowboys defense is going to get him the football back. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the fourth, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Samson Abukum able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Prescott. Got a man. It's Brown. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. The Cowboys on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And the Rams getting set to go now. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, well, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
It'll be a loss of 1, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. On third down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. And now this pass brought in by Brown. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's Prescott. Short throw hauled in by Croft. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Prescott to throw it. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing. Prescott. He'll get that to DeValve, the tight end. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. To throw again on second down. Prescott. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 22 yards there, a first down. Here's Prescott. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch, too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. To the air again, Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the Cowboys get a bit closer.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know.
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
On first down, it's Gurley. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 9.
They go down to a knee, and with that, they're off to the NFC title game. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready, because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Rams are victorious here as we say so long from Exposition Park in L.A.